Hey guys, Ryuu here from Blender Bros, and in this video we're gonna be designing a sci-fi scope concept that can be used in portfolios. Let's go. Alright, so let's grab a cube and SY and then SZ a little bit. I think that's cool. Maybe let's keep it squared. Although I kind of feel like you should be a little bit narrower. You're not so squared, you know. By the way, if you are a complete beginner, I would suggest you hop on our free course, the Jumpstart Hot Surface in Blender, link in the video description. And if you are an add-on user, because this is gonna be a tut where we're gonna be using add-ons, I recommend you grab our sci-fi terminal in Blender, which is also free, and we use their hard ups and box cutter to create a really cool terminal. Link in the video description. So Control A, apply scale. Let's go to edge mode and let's press C to clamp it, so we can clamp the bevel here on the top, otherwise it's gonna overshoot. Yeah, so let's just create 20 segments, and let's just sharpen this. Now I'm gonna create a cylinder here, so let's grab a cylinder, and I'm gonna increase number of segments to 60, RX 90, and I'm gonna scale this and move it somewhere here to the front, scale it up. Now let's align this actually with this area here, more or less like that. That will do. And let's expand it here, and then Shift DY, move it in here, scale it down, Shift D, and then RZ 90, and move it somewhere here, and move it somewhere here. This one is I think too long, so let's scale it a bit, and this could be a bit larger, maybe too large, not too large, yeah, somewhere here, maybe something like this, and sharpen, and let's remove this edge here in the middle, because you see that clumping causes this. So we can do is go to operations, and you can clean mesh, and this will clean all the unnecessary rubbish. Very helpful tool. And let's grab these two and not difference and operations, sharpen, and also save. So we're getting somewhere slowly. This one, maybe it's a bit too long, maybe it could be a bit shorter, something like that. This could be applied scale here, and grab this loop here, Control B to split it, select that S, and Shift Y to expand it on this axis, and Q Shift click on sharpen to change the auto smooth value, Control B here, and scale it in like that, and let's just create a lens here, so something like this, and again calculate sharpen. Now we're gonna create like a hood for this, so Shift curve extract and move it forward, and we're going to slice it with an end gun like that, right, and then here a bit. Okay, cool. Maybe that's too deep, so no, somewhere here. Go to the top view, D, and we're going to run another cut here on top. You will see that we're gonna get some problems, so let's just run supporting edges here. That's gonna help us to fix the shading on this model. Cool, so that's that. Here we could have another cut on this side, so let's just grab an end gun and grab this shape here. What's going on? That is a bit weird. What is going on here? Something fun is happening here. Let me check this. Let's apply this, sharpen, and let's just cut this off. I don't know what the hell is this. That's better. And what we can do here is expand it backwards. So select this, is this, select these two and GY and move it back. And let's just increase number of segments. So we're gonna grab an angle and we could actually cut it in here like that. Okay, cool. So this is, this is it. And we could have some decals running on that. We could move this a bit forward. Here we could have some sort of, some sort of mechanism or some such. So we could, let's just Alt and macro this inside, select all the faces, insert them, and then shift click extract. But we got some problem here with the double edge, you see. So let's see what's happening here one more time. Control B that, and then Alt and macro inside. Yeah, that creates some problem. Let's combine this with Shift 1, and that's Smart Vert with Machine Tools. I don't know what happened there, but 3 to clean mesh just in case, and then I to insert it and shift click on curve extract. There we go. Now let's leave it like that. We could actually make it a bit thicker. Okay, so modifier, solidify, yeah, something like that. Let's leave that. Now here we could use some cuts, so let's grab this face, Q and mesh tools, and let's go to align view. Right click in the side shortcut, Control Q, so Control Q, and then hold Control and rotate it, and then you can hold Alt and rotate it like this, and hold Shift, and you can align it to your view. And then we're gonna run and then gonna cut here like this, I think. Okay, and then maybe we can cut one more here, just a regular way. Let's see how this looks. Shift, and let's fix the auto smooth. You know what? I think I'm just going to cut it like that. I think it's gonna be better. Kind of looks cooler, I think. Let's apply that, and let's just bevel this and mirror to the other side. Shift, Control click on sharpen. Let's just Control B that and chamfer. Chamfers are important. They're really going to spice up your edges by a ton. Make these highlights pop. That's a bit too deep. There we go. That's better. Here we could, have some fun. So Alt and macro, move it inside, and then we could have one more. Control B, split it, S, Shift Y, and make it a little bit larger here, and Control B, and do that. And technically, what we could do, we could actually alter this one. This is a really cool tool from Machine Tools Deus Ex, which is the paid version of Machine Tools. I have a video on this, so go ahead and watch it. EY and then SY0, and so we get this kind of like a angled look here, but the glass inside it, glass itself is it's not angled. Scale this outside, Control B, and you want one more time Alt and macro, and we got the cool ceiling around it. Here we could have some GG, EF, and Control B, and then Alt and macro inside. Let's just SY, scale this, and then Shift curve extract. Okay, we got another sort of a ring here for adjustments. Cool. We could grab this thing here to the back view and run well, let's just apply this and Alt S, scale it down a bit, it's a bit too thick. And now we can run, cut like that, and we're going to Shift S and 2G or Shift S to select it, and Blender's gonna crash. So let's bring it back and let's see how much work we lost. Control S, most recent, and yes, we lost a little bit, but not that bad. So let's do it again. Control B and E, EY, and then SY0 and GY. Inside it and then extrude it and create this, glass element in the back here. Cool. Let's just sharpen this here. Control R and then GGEF and Control B, and then this could be a little bit this could be a bit thicker. So let's go to occlude here with machine tools and let's select this whole thing GY and make it a bit longer. So we can grab this one and GY and move it in here. So this mechanism here is going to be a bit thicker, so Alt and macro, and then select that and insert it a bit, and then Shift Curve Extract, right, and then apply this, and then go here one more time. Let's save it this time because I don't want to repeat it. Let's grab one of these and or even better, let's move cursor here and let's create a cube and let's scale this and scale it on y-axis, whatever, and okay, sharpen, scale. Let's bevel these and let's array it. So let's move the array back here, I mean the cursor to this ring, and mesh tools, control click on radial array X to fix the axes. And is that better? Yeah, I think so. It's a bit more subtle, yeah. So let's just move it out a bit, yeah. I think this is better. Okay, cool. Let's move this one to cutters, yeah. Awesome. So we got that going. SX and scale it in, and this could technically be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to use my custom pie menu for orientation, origin, and pivot point for machine tools. Again, I have a video on this, actually 2 videos, so go ahead and watch them if you don't know how to use that. I'm going to individual origins and scale it a bit more and maybe make this smaller, kind of like that, maybe. Okay, and let's just shift it to global, apply scale, and then let's just insert it a bit here and extrude it. Okay, cool, and this should do. Alt X. All right, so we got this one sort of a regulator here, and then we need to do something funny here because it's a bit boring. Yeah, so cube, and let's just move it down here and scale this, and let's see, let's just cut this with end gun, maybe like this, and I should do, and we're going to boolean this union, and it should be fine, and I'm going to apply it, and we're going to run chamfer here and a cut. Okay, awesome. So that's that. And here in the middle, let's grab a cube, drop it down. I'm gonna create some kind of a railing for it. So this could be narrower like this, and then E, and scale this and extrude it. And let's just Alt X this and clean mesh. So we're gonna get rid of these edges. So clean mesh, and then we can just, you know, chamfer this down. We could probably use some end gun here to cut the shape in and mirror. And we could also probably create some cuts here like this. Awesome. And some cuts on this side. Cool. And you know, we're good to go. We could have some wedge cut here on the top just for fun. One more time. Oh, it's mirrored from the other side. Actually, something like this will do. I kind of like that. And of course, we need the rail in the middle. So cube, you know, slice it like that, and then radius. Yeah, this will do. And let's actually shape it up a little bit. So we could grab this one and, you know, chamfer it a bit to create some depth, and this entire rail could be a little bit more interesting. There we go. We will need some screws in here or some such, so we could actually borrow this. Shift D and move it somewhere here. And we probably have to flatten it a little bit, so Control plus here and F, and Control B, and then, you know, create like an opening for a screw or whatnot. So maybe somewhere here, and then Shift D Y, move it to the back and copy to the other side. Let's save it. Cool. And then we could have some more, you know, more shapes in here. So we could grab this entire thing here and Shift Curve Extruct, maybe a bit thinner. Just kind of like a plating, do you know what I mean? Kind of like that. And then we can draw, grab the end gun and follow theme here, maybe like this. And then this could be sliced off here. Very nice. And this could be also sliced off here. Maybe we could run like a long cut here, side. Come on. So long cut here on the side. Let's see how this will look. It's actually pretty cool. This could be, you know, cornered here smoothly like that. Same here in the back, you know. This could be a bit smoother here, and we could have some kind of an opening here, you know, like this. Let's just turn off the dots. Control and double click, which is gonna create the same size of a hole. Alright, which is pretty cool. From the top here, could have some more fun, you know. Create another opening here on the top. Slice it. We could use some security loops here, so, you know, Control R and just run some loops here. Just to, you know, alleviate the shading problems. Here we could have another separation, so you know, Alt and macro and deep one. It's gonna be interesting, and maybe it could be a little bit less crazy, so Control plus and SX, and then copy to the other side. That's better. This could be a little bit more open, so chamfers are fantastic, guys. Yeah, they really, you know, make the edges pop. Even with bevels, chamfers just are something else, you know. This one could be kind of imitating sort of like a rubber or whatever, like some sort of a, you know, flexible material like this, you know what I mean? So something like this could be a bit deeper even. So Alt and macro and go deeper. Then that just makes sure there's no overshooting. I didn't want camera, I wanted weighted normals. There we go. Cool, that's actually pretty peachy. Let's actually apply some mods to this thing. Okay, so let's select everything and Alt M and just control click on materials, which will create different mod for everything. Let's go here and let's see. So I definitely want to run a bevel on this thing, but I want to do it with nodes. This should be rubber, by the way, so this could be the same mod as here. We could technically use keytops. There's a very good mod over there, like rubber, so Alt click on. You would need to have this cycles and EV mods pack. It works with free keytops. You can, there's a link in the video description. It's a fantastic pack. I have a few videos on that. I always use mods from this. It's brilliant. Like, you know, you got like rubber and just a one-click deal, and you got all the bumps and everything. So why bother? You know what I mean? So we could just grab that, and this could be rubberish too. These two dials could be rubber, to be honest, you know, because it makes sense. This one could be a bit more interesting because it's that boring. So let's just sharpen this and select that. And in fact, you know, we could run just two chamfers here and grab one of these, and let's just control click that and grab this one and insert it, make a tiny one. Then control I F and delete faces, and then modifier solidify +2 to solidify both ways. And we could technically sharpen this, you know, so to apply this, move the to geometry origin, cursor to select it, and then mesh tools and control click radial X, and you know, Bob Janko one more time. So radial array, come on, control click, and just increase the amount of these. You know, you're good to go. And you got something like that, which is pretty cool. Here, this knob here in the middle could be separate mod, so we could just, you know, go here and assign rubber, right? So assign rubber and copy to the other side. To be honest, this one could be rubber as well, because why the hell not? It's gonna look pretty cool. And this one could be the same color as this, or this one could be less reflective but brighter. A gunmetal, you know what I mean? And this could kind of follow the color. I think it's gonna look pretty interesting. This could also follow the color here, right? And this, of course, could follow the color of this, right? And then what we want to do is grab that and shift S to face, and then Q alt click here. Let's go to inserts. The inserts are free inserts by Master Xeon. You can get them on Gumroad. Just type hardops inserts for keytops, something like that. Just go to Master Xeon store. I have a link in the video description. Just go to his store on Gumroad, and you'll find it. You can grab these or these. These are fine. So add insert, right? and you know, scale it down, do you know what I mean, to this size, and just shift D it here and shift S, and boom, select both, right click and rubberize them, and you're good to go, and you got a scope. And now we can have some fun, so we can, you know, add some decals to it and all that. In terms of decals, that's pretty easy. We can have some fun. So in fact, you know, here I was thinking that we could have some trim sheets. So here we could have you know, split that, and we could run a trim sheet. If you need trim sheets, then we have a fantastic pack. It's brilliant. It's really cheap, and it's absolutely brilliant for, you know, all kinds of different modeling that you want. Boom, sorted. So, you know, who wants to spend 7 hours creating details where you can just do it with trim sheets? So, right, let's see here, let's see what we can add. That will do. I like that. And here too, we could have some kind of a mechanism here, you know. So D, and I don't know, let's go here and see what we can get. In fact, you know what? This wasn't actually bad. I kind of like that. So one-click deal, basically, and we sort it with a scope. These are fine. I mean, we don't have to really add anything here. This one here is a bit dull. This could be some interest in here. It could be some kind of like a hollowness to it. Maybe here, maybe. I'm just saying maybe. Right, you know what I mean? Like, just to make this structure a bit lighter. I want to Control B that, and let's select loop slide so it doesn't. Wait, I think I'm working on the wrongs. Let me just go here. Click, Alt click with Mesh Machine. Mesh Machine is fantastic. There is a double edge in here, and I don't like that. I think what we could do technically is Shift 1 to combine them, you know, because this bevel kind of merges, but not really. So let's just merge it, because why the hell not? So Shift 1, and then let's go to the other side. So period on the numpad key, and Shift 1, and then Shift Control click on sharpen, and Bob is your nephew. So here we got this nice, do we? Yeah, we do. We got this nice accent. Here in the front we could have something as well, you know, J, and we could just create kind of like some sort of a shape here in the bottom, maybe on both sides. So, you know, sharpen this and mirror, and one more time. There we go. So there's some kind of a highlight breakage, you know, some maybe notches in here and there, like wedge cuts, and, you know, run a sharpening here to fix the shading. It's just gonna add a bit of you know, interest. Here in the bottom we could have something as well, maybe some kind of I don't know, some button or whatnot, you know. So move it in here and make sure it's rub. Why this one isn't rub? Oh, this one changed the color. Wait. Because of the trim sheet. We could technically, you know, plug this mod, I think. Hang on, let me see that. Let's go to shader editor, and let's see. Yeah, okay, let's grab a rubber. So let's grab a rubber mat, which is this one, right? I don't know why I mean sculpting, but okay. Let's grab this and Control C, and then go here and grab this one, and yeah, Control V. Now let's see if we can actually move it in here with G. Now this needs to go to the bump, which is here, which is fine, and this needs to go to color, and I think it's gonna work. So let me see that layout. Let's go back to, yeah, there you go. See, like a decal machine will not plug it automatically, but you can cheat that bitch, you know what I mean? So I don't know why he's not fixing this, you know, like just do it for the community. I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? I would have. Control A here, and actually let's just do something like this and create a button here, and let's run a clean rubber on this, right? So we got this button here, but what we need to do, we need to create an opening for it. So Shift D, make it bigger and difference, right? And you're gonna get this kind of a nice opening here. So we're going to sharpen that and run a, you know, we're gonna run a chamfer here, right? To just emphasize this, really nice. So I got this nice button in the bottom, which is cool. Here we're gonna have some kind of, let's just go with plain and Shift 1. Move this vert here and GX and move it in here, and E going up, and then E going backwards, and these two should be outside, so GX and going across, and then EX here, and we need to mirror this to the other side, and then we need to create corners, so Shift Control B, and you know, Shift Control B, right? And now how is this looking? I think it's all right. Maybe. Let's mesh tools and curve extract and see. Press S and 1, and then Control 2, and then we can actually grab these two, and actually this is mirrored, so let's just apply the mirror and select this one and this one, Shift S, and move the cursor here, and then we can actually rotate this one around the cursor like that. Yeah, and let's just apply visual to mesh and split this thing in the middle. And Alt macro, SX, and sharpen, and Control 2 and Control 3 maybe even. Did it work? I think so. Doesn't make sense though, that's the question. Yeah, why not? Just, you know, keep it like that. So we have that, and we have some names. So we can have, for example, there was some optics here, right? It was Kusa optics. Kusa optics actually could work. Do we have any other optics? I don't remember. If you want to see all the decals that you have, you can just go here and alt click on the plus, and you're gonna see all the decals. Do you know what I mean? So we can actually see them all here. So let's see, we got robotics, pneumatics, robotics, Cougar Industries, that would be cool. Yeah, okay. Let's go with Cougar, why not? Might be cool. So everyone likes Cougars, right? If you don't like Cougars, it means you're too young. Where was it? This one. I need to make these thumbs a bit more visible. By the way, these are available only for our members on the membership. You can sign up right now, but I think, well, it depends when you're watching this, but we're opening membership only twice a year. So Cougar optics. This could be somewhere on the top here. Like this project. Actually could be a bit to the right. I mean, sort of left, a bit centralized. Yeah, it's gonna be better. And here we could have some, you know, some small ones. I got tons of them. I can't be fucked reading them, to be honest. Chewy. Well, that doesn't really make much sense, but no one's gonna be able to read it except me, so. And some Japanese people, so who gives a shit. Let's put it in here somewhere and project it. And we're gonna drop an alpha on this, you know. So actually this one is way too big, it should be smaller. Yeah, that's better. Remember, stickers needs to be, they need to be, you know, adjusted to the scale of whatever it is that you're doing. Now we could use some bolts or like screws or whatnot, so you can go to screws, to screw pack. I think this one's gonna be fantastic, so let's just grab these. They have to be small because we're just scope, so they're gonna be small screws. Now screws you need to place in a way that is going to be asymmetrical. This is absolutely crucial, okay? So when you're placing some screws or whatever, you know, do it in a way that will not create boring patterns. Match. We could make them really dark and rubberish, doesn't matter. You can see it's a rubber, you just see it's a dark material. Also, this one should be rubberish, so boom, right? These screws also could be actually technically a bit darker, you know, it's gonna look a bit better, I think personally, okay? I could be wrong. Here on top we could have some other, you know, stickers. We could have some lights as well, because, you know, it's a scope, so we could have some indicators that the scope is on, like for example this one. So we could have a light here, right, and project, right, and then we need to simply match it. So match it, make it darker. So we got that going on, and here we could have something as well that's gonna separate this thing. So what we could do is use the long one here, this one. This one is pretty cool, so adjust, make it larger, and, you know, do that. And we're going to cut this with, because you can actually cut your decals with a boolean. I don't know if you knew that, but you can. And then we're going to apply the boolean, and then we're going to apply the decal. So project, boom, and mirror to the other side. And that's pretty cool. That's quite small, and it's underneath. And we need to match this. So D and match. Scroll through my mods, or I can't scroll through my D and hold shift. Also this decal here, control Q, we need to cut this bit here with end gun. So we're going to cut this bit out because it doesn't look good. Yeah, cool beans. Save it, right? Here in the bottom we could have something. So what I would like to add is another decal from our pack here. This one would work nicely. I can make it smaller, and D and project, and we can simply copy to the other side. I mean, you don't have to, because we're not gonna be rendering the other side, but, you know, something that's gonna break the surface here. Okay, cool. We could use something here, to be honest, you know, maybe some kind of cuts, or move cursor here and then go with a decal like this, you know, and then pop it in here, make it smaller. And then and project it, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to array this just 3 times, yeah, not 7 million times. Boom, right? And it's gonna create some really cool effect here. This one could be, you know, so it's gonna be trim sheeted up. So I don't know which one here would work. This could work, I think. I don't know. Let me try something different. Oh, this one is cool. I like that. And Blender's gonna crash again. So where were we? How much work did I lose? Not much really. Okay, so let's grab these, Control J one more time. These and barbecue, and let's just create a 5 centimeter bevel here. Let's repair the mats, which will go back to the original mat. And now we can remove this bevel from these areas, you know, around a 1 centimeter bevel here, and you know, much smaller bevel here as well, right? Because it's just too big. So this one could be larger here, that's okay. These two, I mean, these should be also smaller here, right? It just makes no sense. But this one could be larger here, which is fine. And we could fix other bevels as well. To fix bevels on this one, just run 2 centimeter bevel. This one could be running, you know, the same thickness bevel. These ones could be tiny, so let's say not centimeters, but millimeters. Let's run like 5, so it's gonna be really small. Let's repair this. Same here, you know, and repair the mat. And here technically what we could do is just leave this procedural bevel that we have here. This one could be combined together with Control J, which will not work because we need to first visual to mesh and then combine it. Let's try now. That's better. Then we can run 1 centimeter bevel on this. Let's repair it. Here the same, you know, just visual to mesh and Control J. And then we could run 2 as well here. Repair the mats. This one has a bevel already. This one too is a procedural bevel here, I think. If it doesn't, we can just run it manually like that. We're just literally cheating death now, yeah. We just, you know, it's all smoke and mirrors. Now the top here could have some decals as well. How about this one? Actually, this could work. Let's just reset it to individual and project it and mirror it. And there you go. And here we could have something here in the front as well. We could actually do it with a decal, you know. Just pop a decal in here and project, and this will work. Actually, it's a bit too dark, to be honest. It's a little bit, you know. This one will do. There we go. Rendering, because, you know, we need to render this. Alt Q and Alt click on the asset loader, and let's go to other and grime. This is all the Evian Cycles mod thing. It's really cool. You should get this pack, is fantastic. Actually, this one's a little bit too reflective. Let's go with actually generic matte here, and maybe increase the roughness a bit. And we're going to pump the clear coat and pump the clear coat roughness, and maybe make it a bit brighter or darker. Hang on. So let's rotate this a bit, because we're gonna be shooting just from the kind of like this angle. Oh, we forgot about the glass, man. Here should be glass also. Let's separate this from everything. Let me see that. Yeah, so P and separate that. And we're going to actually run a metal on this to remove this trim sheet bullshit. And this one should be glass. So I can't be bothered creating glass, so I'm gonna go with hard ups and just add the matte here. Okay. And I'm gonna make it look like a glass. So reflective and non-metallic. How are we looking? Well, kind of, right? So select that and Control I, and here we need to have a different mode. So this one, oh, here we need to be in object mode. There we go. Cool. Let's select this matte and make it non-metallic and much rougher and darker, right? And this one in the middle should be way darker and more reflective, and actually maybe not as dark. So it kind of resembles glass, you know, because I can't be bothered making glass. So that will do. We need a camera, so camera, and let's go with a long lens 250 because reasons. The compression is always good. It's like sniping a hot chick with a paparazzi camera, you know what I mean? It's always cool. This one should be slightly forward. It's gonna look better composition wise. We should give it a bit of ground, right? But the shadow should be a bit more prominent, so we need to move the background closer, and the camera I think should be with a different framing. So 34440 on 1440, and then we can actually zoom out a bit and get a bit more intimate with this thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's just unlock this from the view, and I think we go, this cougar is a bit strong, man. So what we're gonna do is drop alpha on this one just a little bit to maybe like 0.58. That's better. It's less, you know, intrusive. So there we go. Now this background is a bit boring, so let's see, darker. Let's just go here and go to shader editor and world, and we're gonna change this abandoned slipway into one of this HRS by Alex Sancho, and this to one more time to top down. That's a bit too dark. It's nice, but it's a bit too dark. So let's try simple lighting. Yeah, this one isn't bad. We could just lower down this, you know, the craziness of this background, and when you do that, you'll get more focus on your object. The interior here is a bit dark, so we could brighten it up a little bit so you can see some highlights and mattes and whatnot. You know, you can just always manipulate visual scene to do that. This one could be a bit darker, and to be honest, a bit more rough, to remove the focus from this matte and bring it up again. And we could increase the strength here to 1.2. That's another thing we can do, or even 1.4. This is gonna create a bit stronger highlights on the top, but you know, that's fine. And I think that's cool. This one is a little bit reflective, so we could just roughen it up a bit to reduce, you know, reduce the highlights just a bit. Trim 4, let me see that. One of these trims is causing this kind of like a reflection over there, but I think this one cannot be avoided. Now, what we can also do is grab a plane and move it in here. And what we could do is create a reflector. Okay, so do that. and add the matte, make it white, right? And you see that now we get light being reflected back onto our model, right? It's outside of the camera view, but it reflects the light back into model. Now this one is too bright, so we can drop it down so it's not too bright, and it looks pretty decent. So now let's see if this floor isn't too actually bright at the moment. I mean, it's pretty dark, but we could maybe remove the metallic. Maybe we could make it even rougher and darken it down, because the more rough something is, the less reflective it's gonna be, right? So you could just manipulate with it, you know, make it brighter or darker. That's up to you. This is pretty cool. Looks like a kind of a military scope. I kind of like that. Maybe the background could be a bit brighter to sort of separate it a bit better from the, you know, create a larger separation between the background and the scope itself. Now that is pretty cool. I like that. So we can render this. So render settings, you know, max samples 300. The noise, automatic noise is fine, and of course GPU compute cycles. I'm not using optics because sometimes it's doing stupid things, so I don't use it. And now this decal here, it's a little bit strong, this emissive one. So what we could do, we could just grab that and adjust E and, you know, drop the lighting on it, just make it a bit less insane, so it doesn't really poke our eyes that strongly, right? Cool, and let's render this and see how it looks. It's a large image because we're rendering almost in 4K, so it's gonna be nice quality. Should look really cool out of the camera. See, like these bevels, they really nicely offset the shapes. That looks pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty cool. When I render something like this, usually I render it twice. So I'm rendering the main object, and then I'm rendering also the background, and that's how you should be doing. Alright guys, well that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.